it's Caitlin. So in this lesson, we're going to be working a lot with the water element, and I just love, love, love the water. I come from a whole family of people who just love the water. We grew up swimming. My mom is from California, and she and her sisters are obsessed with the beach. My mom now lives in a landlocked state, but her house is decorated like a beach house. Like they love the water, they love the ocean. I'm a person, I love a mountain lake, I love rivers. I'm from Utah, there's lots of beautiful waterways there. And I just think that there is such power in water and so much we can learn from the water element and that idea of going with the flow, right? Flowing like a river and not damming up our emotions or flowing around things if there's an obstacle in our path. I think it's just really beautiful. And one of the greatest places and sources of peace for a lot of people is the ocean. And if you don't have an ocean nearby, maybe you listen to their like ocean noises. You can get ocean noise machines and things like that. And I think it's because there's a real power, not just in the force, these crashing waves, but there's a real power in the sound of the ocean. And so we are going to be learning today ujjayi breath, which is also known as ocean breath. And I am really excited to share this with you. This is one of my favorite breathing practices in yoga, and that is because it is just so powerful. There are just so many benefits. There's cardiovascular benefits, reducing stress, calms the mind. It regulates heat. If you're a person who you've got circulation issues, this is a great one to regulate heat. It releases tension. I just like to think of this breath as like a trip to the beach, right? It's like all the wonderful things you could expect at a trip to the beach, you can get in ujjayi breath. So it's ujjayi breath. Say it with me now. And that translates from Sanskrit into victorious breath. And so I think there's like a real power. This is one of the few breaths that like reduces stress and calms you at the same time that it energizes you. So I think it's very powerful. And I also think that's very representative of the ocean, right? It's so calming but empowering and this powerful force at the same time. So without further ado, let's learn ocean breath. So this is also known as Darth Vader breath, playfully, because you do kind of breathe like that. And this can be a hard one to master. So just be playful, just, let it roll over you like the ocean waves, let it be what it is. And it's a hard one for me to guide and demonstrate. So just know we're gonna do it. We're gonna really do it at the end. If you feel like you're getting a little lost or you can't quite hear me doing it as an example, that's okay. We will get there. We will get there. And I don't know if I mentioned, this is one that you can do in poses. You also can do it seated. And that's not true of every breathing exercise. So this is one that's great. And the next vinyasa, the next yoga flow that we do together, I will incorporate it. Some people don't think it's a good idea or don't like to use it in in a pose. So I will show you that as an option. But if you're like, I don't like this, then don't do it. With yoga, always, if your body is telling you no, then don't do it. So yeah, let's learn it. I love this one. It's great if you are having an emotional day. Let's be honest, when I think water element, I think emotions. Sometimes our emotions can flood us. Sometimes we dam them up and let them build up and then they flood out. Or sometimes we can be like the ocean and they can come in waves and we just let them ebb and flow. And so this one is great if you are frustrated, if you are emotionally like overwrought, if you have like some buzzing manic energy. I get that sometimes. Sometimes it's not even bad, right? It's just like overly excited emotion. This is a great one just to like bring the calm to the sea that is you. So we're going to start by coming into the yogic breath, and I always recommend that, right? We want to start with the 5 properties of the yogic breath. And then the ocean breath that we'll be learning, ujjayi breath, does have a sound to it. So we'll start quiet, but then we'll abandon that 5th element of the yogic breath in favor of the ocean breath. So let's start by just sitting in a nice, comfortable position. You're going to want your hips above your knees if possible on this one. And so sit on a block, sit on a book. If you have pillows, if you have a blanket, like whatever's comfortable. If sitting, I love to sit like this. I'm always like this, right? In videos, I'm like, let's sit like this again. If you're like, I hate sitting like this, don't mimic me. listen to your body. So maybe knees bent is not available to you. That's okay, sit on a chair. Maybe sitting on a floor with your back straight is the worst to you. Sit against a wall. If you want to be on something more comfortable, right? If you're like, I just need to be on the couch today, be on the couch today. Whatever works for your body, but we are going to be sitting here for a while. We are going to be sitting here for a few minutes anyway, doing this breath together. So get comfortable is what I'm saying. Don't let the discomfort in how you chose to sit take you out of the breathing practice. So take a minute, get comfortable. And then when you're in the seated position you want to be in, go ahead and just come into your body. I love to wobble my hips always, and it just like allows myself to feel supported and grounded. I like to feel the earth, the ground, whatever's supporting me. And then lengthen through your spine, up through the crown of your head, sitting up nice and straight. Then I always like to just do a couple shoulder rolls, letting some tension go, and then drop your shoulders down your back and rest your hands comfortably on your knees, in your lap, like whatever works for you. And sit up nice and tall. The reason we do that is look at all this space we created for our lungs, right? And then I like to, you don't want to be like stretching your head up. Don't strain, never strain. But you do want your ears away from your shoulders, just bringing some space into your neck. So now we're in a great position to just close our eyes and come into the 5 properties of the yogic breath. So breathe in and out, starting with a deep breath. Smooth. Continuous. Even. Quiet. And just be aware of where your breath is at right now, today. If you've got some stickiness or gripping, just see if you can be aware of it and let it go. Inviting smoothness into your breath. And I want you to just picture yourself sitting on a white sand beach. It's warm, beautiful sunshine. Feel it on your shoulders. And you're sitting in the sand with your toes deep in the sand as waves wash up on the shore, just lightly caressing your toes and pulling back into the ocean, taking a little bit of sand with it. Just stay in this moment, listening to the ocean waves calm you, energize you, and fill you with joy. Breathe in the warm sea air and exhale. Inhale deep, smooth breaths of the sea air and exhale. Stay here for one more breath, connecting with the ocean and the power and peace it can bring you. And then when you are ready, slowly flutter your eyes open. And take a moment just to notice how you feel. It's amazing how powerful it can be just to picture the ocean. And with ocean breath, we're going to invite that feeling that you have right now, as well as that sound of the ocean into your breath. So how we do this is you inhale and exhale with the 5 qualities of the yoga breath to start. And then we're going to do this with our mouth open to practice, but you will eventually, when you have it mastered, inhale and exhale with your mouth closed. So the exhale, I want you to imagine that your hand is a mirror or a car window and you're fogging it up, right? And then you're gonna write something, right? That sound we know is how you fog it up. And so you inhale, and then the ha sound is the exhale. So And I love this breath because I can feel it in my body. I can feel the pushing, the force, the just contracting, right? Don't let this become a short exhale. Inhale and exhale should still be even with the yogic breath, right? So inhale. Another way to practice this is you can whisper. If you want to practice whispering a couple times, and just feel that feeling in the back of your throat. That constriction in your throat is what we're going for here, both on the inhale and the exhale. So whisper something into the camera, or whisper something to yourself or your neighbor, and feel that feeling. So let's practice that a couple more times for the exhale, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the inhale, and that is ocean breath. So inhale. Inhale. Exhale with the ha sound, fogging up the mirror. One more time. Now we're gonna repeat that, just focusing on the exhale. And halfway through, or all the way through, or at the very end, I want you to close your mouth and continue the exhale through your nose. So you're closing your mouth, but you're still doing the exhale, okay? So inhale. Exhale with the ha, fogging up the window. Close your mouth and continue to exhale. Again. Inhale, exhale, and close your mouth. Again, inhale, exhale, close your mouth. We're gonna do 3 more inhales and exhales with the exhale, mouth closed the entire time. So inhale, exhale. Repeat that and start to hear the ocean sound in your voice, in your breath. Inhale, exhale, ha with the mouth closed. Inhale. And then let it go and just breathe normally for a minute here. So that is a great way to practice, right? So you can do the exhale. You can even put your hand there if it makes you think of it. If that's as far as you get today, great. That's great practice. If you can then do part of the exhale with your mouth closed out through the nose, that's wonderful. And if you're to the point where you can do the inhale normal and then the exhale with the mouth closed out through the nose and get that sound the whole time, wonderful. The inhale works the same way. So the inhale is really hard to demonstrate with the mouth closed. I don't know if you can hear it, so I'm gonna do it with the mouth open. And I just wanna say, anytime you're learning a breath with sound, just be playful. Know that like I almost always like squeak, or at some point there's like a weird snoring noise, and it's just, you're figuring it out. So like just know that it can feel a little weird, but just get playful with it. So constrict it just like that same whisper feeling on the inhale. And then ha on the exhale. And that's how it works. So the inhale is still constricted, and then the exhale is that forceful ha. So you can practice the inhale with the mouth open as well. Because it makes it a little easier to hear that sound, so that you know if you're doing it correctly when you close your mouth. But to come into to ocean breath, you do have your mouth closed for both of them. So while you're learning, mouth open, mouth closed, whatever works for you. But when you've mastered the breath, or when you're ready, or throughout your practice, as you're like, okay, I'm gonna try a couple with it open or closed, the key is just to, you're pulling in that ocean sound, you're constricting, you're playing with that flow of oxygen in a way that's really powerful for your mind and body. So let's go ahead and just like let everything go. That was a lot of like focusing on breathing. You can just breathe in and sigh it out. And then we're gonna come into a final visualization that will have the ocean breath as part of it. Now, if this is just like you can't ocean breath anymore, it's okay just to like picture yourself doing it right. I love to start with visualization, and as you know from the alternate nostril breathing, even visualizing the breath can be very powerful. So go at your own pace, do what works for you. So sit up nice and tall, close your eyes, just relax, and come into the 5 properties of the yogic breath. Let tension melt away from you as you breathe in deeply and smoothly. Just be right here, right now, connected with your breath. Notice how even and continuous your inhales and exhales are. And enjoy the quiet of your breath as you find yourself back on that same beautiful beach from just moments ago. Feel your hands and feet sink into the sand. Smell the sweet ocean breeze. Feel the waves start to roll up on your toes. And then just feel yourself in this moment, relaxed, connected with the breath, fully present, and at peace. Take 3 deep breaths here, just basking in this feeling of joy and bliss. Being at the ocean. Feel your breath ripple through your body, just like the ocean waves, as you watch them roll in and out, in sync with your breath. And then when you are ready, picture your breath becoming those ocean waves as we move into ocean breath for several rounds. Inhale, constricting the breath. Exhale with that ha sound. Just picturing the breath becoming the waves. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Repeat this for 2 more breaths, hearing and feeling the ocean wave in your own breath. Inhale. Exhale. And on this last exhale, just let it go. Keeping your eyes closed, return to the yogic breath and return to your body on the beach. Just noticing how you feel. The calm in your mind and body. The energy and joy flowing over you. And know that this calm, powerful feeling of the ocean lives inside you and is available to you anytime that you need it. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And on your final exhale, just flutter your eyes open. Bring the hands to heart center. I hope that you will continue to work with ocean breath and that it will bring you peace and energy and stillness in your life when you need it. As always, it is my joy and my privilege to share all that I love about yoga with you. The divine light in me recognizes the divine light in each of you. Namaste.